Hi guys, hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. I'm just giving the guest a little while to join us. So let me make sure there's no noise in the background. Give me just 1 minute. Thank you guys for joining. If you join in, give the stream a thumbs up. Okay, we shall begin shortly. How is everyone doing? Hi, Ongom Crispus. Hi, Rose. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Okay, so let me do this. Welcome, guys. Hi, Kevo. You're always on time. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much. Hi, Ash and Evan. Thank you. Luna, say hi. Somebody's saying hello to you. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Ash says hi back.
Hi. I'm writing about this. Not great video.
Oh,
Until
they
say
should
hi,
subscribe.
mommy.
Okay.
Mommy to say hi about this.
Okay.
Hello, the same bunny so the side is mommy to say bye. The right arm around this. That says daddy's working.
Okay.
And I want a water like him doesn't have a ponytail. Why not a butterfly?
Uh-huh. Okay, so welcome guys to the stream. If you join the stream, make sure you give the stream a thumbs up. And she's Luna was also saying hi to you guys. So our guest is ready. So we're going to go ahead and put her on board so that we begin today's video. Today's chat is all about living in a foreign country as a student, as from a different culture, from a different education background, and everything like that. We're going to do it today. So stick around, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, this is the right time for you to subscribe and also join the Mighty family. So let me put our guest on board.
Hi. Hi, Luna.
Hi, Marcy. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So let me see, let me increase my volume here. Just one moment. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Am I loud enough?
Yes, you're loud enough. I can hear you. So welcome, guys. Welcome, 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 Ash. Welcome, Kevo. Join the chat. You can ask us any question. We shall have a Q&A at the end of the discussion. So today we're just going to make it really more conversational or more interesting. So it's just like chat, like a conversation. And you know, people are saying hi to you, Mercy, XP Live. Thank you for joining.
How do I see it?
And you may not see the chat, but that's okay. You can always see the chat later. So XP, thank you actually for helping me with also the thumbnail. He's the one that designed our thumbnail.
He did a good job.
Because I was struggling, and then he said, "Hey, I can help." So thank you so much, XP. I appreciate so much.
Good job.
Let me make sure I mute this audio, you know, in the background, the music and stuff, Luna's cartoons. Let me put for her something and then we can begin. So hi Dee, I'm here to support you. Thank you so much. So yeah, just give me 1 minute before we begin. Oh, cool. Somebody says the audio is okay and it's awesome. Okay, so we're going to begin. So I have, I've written down just a few things to discuss today. So first of all, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so excited to be talking to you like this because we're all busy and we never have time to chat. So those of you that are not aware, Mercy is my cousin, but she's in Canada. I'm in the US. So we don't meet. We haven't met, but we plan to meet someday when Corona comes down. So yeah. So actually, we're going to just be talking. Sorry?
Sisters.
Oh.
Yeah, our moms are sisters, so that's why the resemblance.
Okay, so let me actually increase. I don't know if my volume. I wanted to use But I
Can
think you
you hear
can
me?
hear me. There's no echo or something, right?
No.
Okay. So we're just going to talk about your first culture shock, like when you moved for. So those of you that are just joining us, we are talking about living. Luna, okay, say hi.
Hi, Luna.
Okay, you can say hi.
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 Okay, so sorry guys, we're always doing this, and she wants also to be on that
Mhm.
channel. So we were just going to talk about your first experience when you arrived in Canada. What were some of those first culture shock, I may say, uh, that were different from, being born and raised in Uganda, and everything is different. So what were those first few differences you noticed once that you landed in Canada?
Okay, so but where do I start? The first thing about Canada is the weather. That's the first culture shock you'll get. Like,
I know,
yeah,
right?
most difficult to deal with. But yeah, so but when I came in September, so it was September is a bit warm. It's still summer, so I was lucky like that. But some people actually end up here in winter, so the weather was actually the hardest thing to deal with when it came to my move here, because the winters, they're not easy. Hey, it's for the strong-hearted. Yeah, so
So, so the first big culture shock was the weather for you.
it was the weather, definitely. And then another culture shock had to be, of course, let me see, the time difference. I want to say the time difference because I was coming from Uganda, and their time difference over there is. Hold on, I think there's too much light here.
Okay.
I don't know if this is worse or better. I'm not
I
sure.
think I think you're okay actually.
Eh,
Mm.
okay. So, language. A lot of people here speak English, but they speak really fast and really loud. So
Mhm.
at times I'd be like, why are these people shouting? Why are they shouting at me? What did I do to them? Like,
Because it was different. Like they're so fast, you feel like they're
yeah,
just
they're so
yelling. Huh?
fast and they're like really loud. And us, Ugandans, we speak, really calm, really soft. And they'd
Eh,
always tell me, speak up, like we can't hear you. Like literally, almost everyone here can't hear. So that was
okay.
the thing. Yeah, so those are the two culture shocks: the weather, the language, and then, of course, just getting around. The only good thing is that people here speak English, so
Mm.
that saved me a whole lot.
So you
Yeah.
didn't have to go through the whole learning a new language thing,
No,
like if you went to.
yeah,
So
and
where I believe so Canada has to. I mean, some people in Canada, some parts of Canada, they speak French. I'm
yes,
told.
yeah,
So you're in the area where they speak English.
English, yes. So
Okay.
when I was looking for a school,
Mm-hmm.
I made it a priority that the area that I go to, they speak English, because other areas they speak mainly French. Like French is the main language. So to go there, you have to like know how to speak French. So when I was looking for a school, I made sure that I come to Ontario or British Columbia, where at least English is the main language.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. And then tell us about the food, getting to, did you
Oh
have
God.
friends? Tell us
Yes.
everything.
Okay, so when I came, at least I had some friend, like my sister introduced me to some friends here. They are
Mhm.
family from Uganda who that live in Toronto, so they bring me food, like some Ugandan food that
Ah,
you have
aren't
to
you
like
lucky?
all those nice little things. Oh, okay, I came stocked, I came stocked with Bushera, I came stocked with Osha and all those things, but after a while they got done. So yeah, I really miss the food, and food here mainly is, it's okay if you want to be healthy, but I just miss home food. Like I haven't eaten matoke since I came here. Can you imagine?
Me either. I've never.
Yeah, well, I haven't.
Okay.
Kind of bad. Mm.
Mhm. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining. Hi, Tilda. Hi, Mercy. And, it's like this similar thing to me. But for me, when I came here, it
Mhm.
was. it was towards fall, so it wasn't super cold, so it wasn't super hot. So I didn't get the culture shock at first until, of course, later when winter came in. But
Hey,
I think for me, my major culture shock was how people I don't want to say not very social, but how it's so hard to make friends, for example. That's how I should say it. Like how it's hard for people to actually trust you and call you a friend.
mm,
Although they speak to you, like they may say hi, but it was so strange for me for somebody to just say hi and then walk away. Because
yeah,
I was used to the Ugandan
yeah.
culture where
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 people
you just
just be walking with their bags,
aha.
not talking.
Yeah, and no, where people actually, if you like, you have like neighbors,
Yeah.
they come to you, like they mean it when they say how are you, they actually mean it. So they
Oh,
come,
okay,
they
okay. I
say
see what
how are
you're saying.
you, and
Mhm.
then they want to be friends with you. They ask you, what did you study? Where do you come from? Are you from the north? Are you from the central? Like people take their time to know who you are, and
Yeah.
then like people are easily they're easily attracted to who you are. They become your friends out of the blue. You have a million friends. Like for us
Yeah.
in Uganda, you have like 20 friends, and somebody will be like, "What? How can you have 20 friends?" And oh, these are my friends.
Yeah.
So it has been a challenge that
Mm,
here it is different. Like you live with a neighbor. For example, I don't know most of my neighbor. Like I don't want to say I know all of them,
mm,
but they say hi to us. Of course, when you're playing in the backyard or whatever, they can say hi, but they don't like come to the door and knock and be like, "Hey, how are you? Can I come in and have
yeah.
tea with you?
I
Get to
feel
know who
like
you are." So
mm,
that has been, of course, that leaves you. You just have to respect the culture, of course, but
yeah.
it's hard to not have a friend. Like, for example, if I fell sick, my
Mm,
husband is at work, I have a toddler, I have to work. So you don't have that person that you're going to be like, rush the kid to and be like, "Hey, I got an emergency. I just got burnt with hot water. Can you help me take care of my baby for 1 hour as I go to the hospital?" Like, I don't have that. So I miss that kind of community togetherness.
yeah.
I think that's my main
I feel like
difficult
I feel
thing.
like because I came here as an international student, I had the time to actually get to know people, walk around, talk to people, make
Okay.
friends. Because I came as a student, so I came. We're all. I have classmates. We talk. They introduced me to their friends. So that's how I made a little bit
Uh,
of friends around. And then also while I was in school, I enrolled to be director for the student union. So I made a lot of friends during that time. So
oh,
I think as a
cool.
student actually helped.
Okay. So since you had a bigger community to deal with,
Yeah,
you kind of made friends easily.
yeah, and
Oh,
lots of international students here, so that helped my process.
oh, that is
Yeah,
good. That is really actually good because you need somebody you can rely on for 1 minute to ask, especially in this new culture where you're just relearning how to live. It is
uh-huh.
it is nice to have somebody you can ask if something you don't understand something, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I had some really hard days and I just like
That is,
honestly.
I know.
I remember one time I was so helpless. I had just come into the country. I was feeling sick that day. I didn't have any friends by then because school had started, but we hadn't yet gotten friends like that. So I was feeling sick, and like the shops were kind of far. I didn't even know where the shops or anything were. I was like so stressed out. Like I was like, why did I come here? First of all, I'm struggling.
I
This is
know,
too much
right?
of a struggle. Like
Uh,
I don't know. To take a bus is such a hard thing. Like I was just like I miss borders. I missed everything.
I know. I That's another thing.
Yeah.
So in Canada, do you have like buses or public transportation that is closer to where you live?
Mm, yeah, but in some areas it's not as close, so you have to walk like 15 minutes just to get a bus. And
Okay.
then when it's cold, it's even worse because 15 minutes in ice cold weather, it's not fun to deal with. So, but yeah, you can walk, but at least the transport, I'd say it's kind of reliable. Like you can
Okay.
take this bus from here to here, but yeah,
For us, like where we live, we don't have public. We do, but you have to kind of have a car to drive
yeah,
to to where you find the train, or what they call
Oh,
a light rail here.
do you guys
So
have buses?
yes, we have buses, but you can I feel like I couldn't rely on them because you have to run and be on time, and
Yeah.
it's I feel like where we live, our city, mostly everyone has a car. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
you need
like
a
that's
car.
how I feel like it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I haven't seen, like, for example, to use a bus, you'd have to walk to a main road, like, that busy
Mhm,
lanes,
mhm.
and that could take you a few minutes to get there,
Yeah, same
maybe like
as
20 minutes. And
mhm.
then if you use a light rail or the train, it is the same. For example, ours, the closest, there's a new light rail or the train that is near our house, but it's I feel like 15 minutes drive, so that is a while to walk over there if you don't have a car.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
doesn't make sense. You have a maybe if you want to
You
tour,
just
you
rather
just
drive
you drive, you go,
straight
you
there.
park your car at
Yeah,
at the train station, then you get the train and go to
yeah.
town and back. We have done that just for having fun, but
Mm,
otherwise you just drive to town and back. But because
mm.
some of the cities are really crowded and busy, you may want to use a train just to because sometimes you, like the times we've gone to Denver, sometimes you have no parking. Like you move around, you rotate, and it's
Yeah,
hard, and you're
parking is
looking
so
for parking.
expensive
Like
and
there's
it's
no
not
parking. You have
available.
to look for it, and you look around. And if you're rushing, you'd rather just go in a train.
Yeah.
Then you do whatever you're doing real quick. You go in the train,
Yeah.
then you go, then you jump in your car and go home. But
Mhm.
it's also a hassle. So I feel like it's not very, very convenient for
It's
somebody
not,
that is starting
especially
out.
when you've had borders and
Yes,
taxis begging you to get on. Please come with us, please.
that
No,
is
it's
true.
not. You
And
have to
then,
like, oh
oh,
my god, you guys! I don't know how many times the bus left me. Like, I'd
what?
literally be outside the door, and the guy closes the door like this
I
and
know.
drives over. I'm
I know, and they see you. They're just looking at you. They're like, "Well, you missed it.
like you
Bye.
missed it by
You
two
missed it.
seconds. I'm like, mm-mm.
Okay, so let's go to the food. How was the food for you?
So food I've just had to like really adjust. I buy food and cook it my way, but at the moment I just had to adjust to like, okay, so they have rice, they have there is for sure, and then there are a lot of like some African stores around, so
Mhm.
it's easier to get some of our food, but still it's been an adjustment. But once in a while I do try to cook like Ugandan food. I'm always making chapati, anything to make me feel like
You should start
I'm
a
eating.
YouTube channel. Since then, I will post for you and get you my subscribers. Like now they are joining us. Then you make Ugandan food in Canada.
Okay,
I
yeah,
I
that
do
would
the
be fun.
same. On
Mm.
a serious note, I
How
do
is
the
it for you?
same.
Mm.
It's the same, similar to yours. And what we do, I just usually just buy food and do it my way. Otherwise, if you're going to eat fast food, before you know it,
No,
you're not
fast
going
food
to live
does not
long.
work. First of all, fast food, you eat it and then you'll be hungry the next second. So
Actually, for me, it fills me up so much.
me, it just
I
makes me more hungry. I'm like, why?
Oh my god, those burgers!
Mm.
I eat it and I feel like I've eaten for 2 days. I'm like, mm-mm. In fact, sometimes we usually have it. Of course, sometimes when I'm busy and I haven't cooked, we
Mhm.
can do fast food, and I feel like it fills you. But I'm also really conscious. So
Mm.
when I eat it, I feel like this is not healthy. This is so
Yeah.
because you already have that kind of feeling.
Another thing about food is here
Mhm.
in Canada, there's not like people don't really like spicy food, and me, I like spicy food. So
Oh, really?
to find food with like more of flavors and you're not gonna find them. Even like the KFCs, the junk food, they don't have like a lot of spicy choices. Like something with some spice, they don't really have it. Like there were some things I used to enjoy back home, like so like spicy chicken. But they don't have that stuff here. No, it doesn't work for people here. So
Really? And people here
that's
like
the
spicy food.
Yeah, I think maybe that side they do, because here,
They
Canada,
do.
you ask for the spicy chicken, they'll be like, no, we don't got that here. No.
What? In fact, there's my mother-in-law. There's
Mm,
when I'd first come, she used to buy us food and stuff. So one time she brought this food. It was from a place called Good Times. It's like a
mm,
fast food, like how you see McDonald's and stuff. But it was really nice because it has guacamole,
mm,
and then it has oh this like it has so many vegetables. But what I liked about it has that spice to it. So
yeah.
you
Like
don't
there
I
is.
don't you know my problem, I don't like that meat.
Mm,
That meat they put in
the
burgers.
meat.
It's always
Oh
like
yeah, I don't really like
grossing
burgers
me out.
too.
I'm
What I
like,
love here
"Now,
is
for how long has this meat been sitting here, guys?"
yeah,
So in my mind, I'm already like negative.
it's not working. Yeah,
And in fact, yeah. So in my house, my husband always jokes around and says, "Well, I'm glad you don't like it because it's actually sometimes really expensive."
yeah,
So
it's right.
it's good that you're cooking, so I have no problems.
Mhm, yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so
that doesn't work. Mm.
yeah. So that is really good. So let's go to the education.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from Uganda, having a very different syllabus that you went through, of course, and was it easy or difficult for you to adjust to the new way of the way they teach? Or is it the same?
Oh, so it's actually more advanced here. Actually, here it's easier to learn because people are really like the professors really take their time to give you everything. But let me see. I had to learn a lot. Like everything here is computerized. It's
Mhm.
not like back home where you're writing notes in your book 24/7 and teacher is checking for notes and all that stuff.
Mm,
No, actually, you have to use your computer all the time. You have to learn certain softwares just
mhm.
to learn the whole system. It's online. Everything is online. So when you learn, when you get around it, you actually find that it's way easier. Me, I was really slow at typing. I did really like typing, and you have to type everything. I remember back in, because I went to UCU, back in UCU, when it came to typing, I just go pay 1 minute for the type,
I know.
get my work typed, and bring it the
And
next
your
day.
coursework is done, you know?
Yeah,
I
but
know
oh
that
my god,
because we were
like
there together.
yeah, but here I'm like, oh my god, I have to type this thing in like 2 seconds. Like I can't do this. Yeah, so I had to learn how to type really fast, do everything on my computer. But when I got the hang of it, it was actually easier, and it was
Good.
easier to study over here than in Uganda. Uganda, they give you so much extra that you don't need. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you're able to. It
Mhm.
is actually I feel like your experience is a tiny bit different from mine, but
Mm.
closer, like really similar because also coming from Uganda where you can type at your own pace if you have a job or stuff like that.
Mhm.
So here, getting my first job, my friend. Now, I wasn't good at typing either, and I wasn't good at shortcuts,
Mm.
like computer shortcuts and stuff. So
Mhm.
I had to rely on the whole first 3 months. Just know it was crazy. Just
Yeah,
know
you have to like
because
adjust and learn and
yes, because
mm,
my job you have to multitask, you have to be quick
mm,
because they actually the time you spend on a call they notice.
mm.
If you're going to be like, "What's your name?" Then you are typing one by
You're
one
typing one by one like this.
with one finger. So I
Quick
had to learn.
work.
I had to learn on job the hard way,
Yeah, you
and
had to learn on job.
on job. And trust me
That's
now,
tough.
I can type. I can do your coursework in 1 second because I had to. You have to. There's Luna. Okay, say hi. So I had to do that, and I mean, I'm in a better place now. Also, like you said, I couldn't at first on my job, I couldn't understand what people were saying because they would be so fast,
Speaking
and
so
because
fast.
you're nervous, your nerves are killing you, and you're listening. Especially the African Americans. Oh my God, they'll be like, "Hey, what you doing?" Now I'm trying to, blah, 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 and I'm like, "Okay, that sounds like." That sounds like a rap, and I have totally no idea what he's saying. Of course, you hear a few things and you're like, Now, of course, if you can't hear him, you can't help him. So I could say, could you say that again for me, please? And then the person says it. And after that, now they're pissed off. Like now, so I was like, how do I get better at this? How do I get better at this? And of course, with time, it took me like a month. Luna, you're not going to make noise for people. Let me give her some snack. So yeah, that's how I had to do it. I had to learn. And now, yeah, you just learn and it's easy. So how about the difference?
For me, one thing maybe the Canadian accent was kind of like I could
similar.
try and learn how to like understand them and stuff. But when it came to other countries, because we're in the town where I am, London, there are a lot of international students, so there are a lot of immigrants. Basically, in the whole Canada, there are a lot of immigrants. So you meet different people, like people from Russia, people from Ukraine, people from...
Okay.
You have to learn all those accents because, like, Canada is really, really mixed. It's really mixed. Like, to find a Canadian, like a proper Canadian...
It's hard, eh?
Yeah, it's really hard. So most of the people you're going to be meeting are from Asia, are from China, Asia, Russia, like England, European countries, like everywhere else, not even Canadian. So you have to adjust their accents.
That's nice. Have you now? I believe
those are a lot of accents to learn.
Yeah. Now, although that would kind of be easy for me, I think my only challenge was people expected me to speak like the way they speak.
Yeah.
So since my accent is different, it's harder for them to understand me, much as it is hard for me to understand them.
Yeah.
So at that point, it is hard. And of course, you are. Yes. And of course, I got a few people that would, they call in and the point they listen and your accent is not the American accent. They'll just switch off and say, transfer me to somebody else, blah, blah, blah. And of course, at first that was, I was so hurt. I was like, why don't people like my accent? Stuff like that. But like I said, this, like, you learn on job. Yeah. So at first I would take it personal. Then I would reach out to my supervisor. I can't do this. People are so rude, blah, blah, blah. And then she told me one thing. She said, when you speak 6 languages, because I explained to her, she said, you speak 6 languages. Of that, so English is not your first language. I said, yes. So I speak only 1 language. You speak 6. So who is at a better, who is better? Like, just think about it. I only speak 1 language, you speak 6. So why are you comparing yourself to me? Don't let these people get at you. First of all, they don't know who you are. And trust me, if I had a chance to learn the 6 languages, I would be you. So just know that some people don't know who you are. They're just not getting at you because they don't know you. So don't put that in your mind. And that helped me a lot. Yeah. So I'd sit down and be like, yeah, I'm better. I'm okay. Even if you say my accent you don't like it, even if you bash me. So that kind of built my confidence because it was my supervisor talking to me. So it helps you. She said, don't quit the job, because I almost quit. She said, don't quit the job, Liz. I know you can do it. You've been one of my favorite people. You're not going anywhere. And that was really good. She helped me, and she's from here. She said, no, I love Africa. I'd love to travel to Africa. So, and how many languages? Actually, when I told her 6, she said, what? I wish I spoke 2. I only speak English. So I feel like you're challenging me and you're good with this English. Don't worry about the accent. I understand you. So when people get at you and they attack you, in your mind, remember you speak 6 languages. Many of these people that are abusing you and attacking, they speak only 1. So just know you're much better than all of us. And of course, she was just boosting my ego.
Actually, with time, I've realized, because I always try to interact with people. With time, I realized that it's not even actually about them. They actually really don't understand.
Yeah, that's true.
That's accent. And I also came to realize that accents are kind of like languages. Like you have to adjust to it. So
yeah, you have to adjust.
It's not even about you. Like this person does not understand you.
Especially if it's business. Think about it as a business. If I'm calling a bank to start an account, to open an account,
Yeah.
I don't want to be dealing with somebody that doesn't understand me.
That,
You get
yeah,
it?
that
Like I'm
I
trying
don't
to do business
understand.
with you.
Yeah.
Come on, get me to somebody that actually will listen to me
Yeah.
real quick and do what I want. And
Yeah.
because of the way people are here, I
Mhm.
feel like they don't have the patience for you
Yeah.
to be
They
like,
don't have the
oh, can
patience
you
or
say that
time.
again for me? Oh, I don't
Mhm.
understand what you say. They'll be like, you know what? Transfer
Get
me
me
over to
someone who
the next,
actually, yeah.
please. I don't have
And
your
then,
time.
and then when someone who understands your accent actually comes along, they'll be like, pass me on to someone who actually understands. So,
Mhm. So
yeah.
yeah, and somebody's asking. I don't know if he
Can I
said, have
see?
you tried fresh maple syrup and Canadian bacon?
Oh, I had that today morning actually.
What?
Yeah, I had the maple syrup and oh, I love maple bacon too. I'm obsessed. I'm a fan.
I did how XP knows all these things. He says, especially if they are calling with a problem, they're already frustrated. Oh yeah, I understand. He's talking about how yeah, yeah, and it's good to be exposed to most of these different cultures and
Mm,
environment because it's given me a whole new perspective on life, especially humility, dealing with people. I can deal with somebody that is really, really angry. Mercy. I wasn't like that if you know me, like very many years ago. I'd be like, what? No, come on. Like, I don't have your time. But it has given me the opportunity, the platform to know that you can actually deal with people and you don't have to be rude, you don't have to, like, even if you're frustrated, like,
mm,
right, I think that has taught me because of my work experience. I've learned I can actually now be like a nurse, like go
mm.
in the hospital and attend to people that are
Exactly.
yelling at you, they're screaming
Mm,
in pain. And it's a good thing because
mm,
many times we're impatient, many times we don't know how to deal with frustrated people, we don't know how to deal with people
mm,
that are treating us in a way that you don't like.
mm.
And for now, like nothing gets at me. Like I'm at a point where you even on my channel, I remember there's some guy that was a troll that was on my channel and was always saying negative things. Or how can you marry a white guy? Oh, how can you do this? Or on all my videos. And I was like, who is this brother of mine that is trying to show me the way to live my life? Who is trying to feel
That's
the
the
pain,
hater.
my
Mm,
pain? And at that point, I was like, it's okay. It's also engagement. And
mm.
I let it be. So sometimes with these interactions with different people, they teach you something. There's something you learn. So
Yeah.
what have you learned for you from interacting with different people from different cultures? Would you say it has taught you something in a
Yeah.
way?
Hey, if I'm to write a book, I'll write a whole book about interacting with. But like, I've realized that yeah, the way people speak, the way people express themselves is totally different from how I express myself. So I have to adjust to that. Like I had this one friend of mine. She would constant when she was expressing herself, she would say these little things like like size and stuff. But then I'd be offended. I'd be like, why do you have to make that sound when we're talking? And then at that time I realized like we're having a conversation and she made the sound and I was like, so all this time you've been meaning this sound in like this way, like you're not being rude or anything. I had to adjust and learn like
Okay,
expressions.
I know what you mean. I've been
Yeah.
through that. And
Yeah.
actually for me it was worse because it was with my partner who was then a boyfriend.
Yeah.
This happened. This is so funny. So I we went to my sister's house
Mm,
and we were to pick food like from my mom. My mom always sent us food. So
mm,
and I didn't have a bag, like those backpacks.
yeah.
He's the one that had a backpack. So towards the end, as we discussed and finished, oh bye, 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 and stuff like that, I told him, hey, you have to put that food in your bag, in your backpack. So he
Mm,
goes, no, I don't want to put matoke in my bag. So I said, no, you have to. Like, there's no other way. I'm not carrying that thing. And he was so mad. So
mm,
because of the tone I used, and trust me, I didn't mean any bad. Of
yeah.
course, I meant good. I was telling him I cannot hold that because it's too light. The food might fall out. But for
Mm.
him, he was like, well, you shouldn't have talked to me like that,
Like
even
that.
with your sisters
Exactly.
watching. So I was like, wait, what? He's like so mad. And I just had to, in my mind at that point, I was like, well, what did I say wrong? And then I
Uh-huh.
recalled as like,
You think
because
you're
I said
normal.
you have to put that food in your bag. So
Uh-huh.
how should I have said it? Then he goes, well, you should have asked me if I was comfortable. I was like, okay. So that's a lot of words. Like, am I going to say, hi, darling, are you comfortable putting the food in your bag? and then you say, oh, maybe I'm not comfortable. Okay, what can we do? I'm like, we were
Huh?
saying goodbye. Honestly, we were leaving. We were at the door, and I was saying we need to take the food. So that was that. Just like you explained, that
Yeah,
taught me something. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
it's,
yeah. So
go eat your
anything else
mango.
I've learned like, let me see, from other people, other cultures. Yeah, so their expressions, the way they express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I've learned their food. I've learned their cultures. Like we're always, because everyone is from somewhere else. We're always describing where we come from, what happens there, which countries. Like it's always a new story. With honestly.
Mm-hmm. And so, have you made any friends now?
Yeah, I have friends. I have a couple of friends. But because of COVID, we have been social distancing and all that stuff, and some people left to go back home and to their homes. So yeah, been a bit difficult during this COVID time. But yeah, we try to keep in touch with all my friends.
And so, somebody is asking that, what are you studying?
Also, I studied a certificate in insurance and risk management, and I'm currently going for my master's.
Okay, that was from XP. And
Mm.
somebody else asked, what can they do to, how can someone get to become a student in Canada?
Oh, okay. So for me, my experience was, um, um, okay. First of all, you need patience before anything starts. You need patience because this process takes, it can take about up to like 8 months of like the process of coming, but it's pretty straightforward. Thank God Canada makes its processes straightforward. Hand in this, you get this, like it makes their processes straightforward. So I do have a list of the things you'd need, like everything you'd need for your application. So when I was coming here, I used a company. Its name, I think it's called Shine Consultants at Equatorio. So these people actually helped me to get a school. They helped me with the whole visa process. They helped me with finding a place to stay when I come, being picked up at the airport, like all the simple things. So that's how I was able to come to Canada through that company. And yeah, with time they also continue to check on me. So they're located at Equatorio. I don't know
At
if they're still
Equatorial.
open. Hotel
Okay.
Equatorio.
So all they did everything for you,
Yeah,
apart from the visa and of course buying the ticket, right?
yeah. So
Okay.
for the ticket, I did it myself,
Hmm.
but the whole visa process, and also applying to the school, because I think they're agents for the school I went to, Fanshawe College. So they're agents for them, so they helped me with the whole process at a free.
Okay. So someone
Yeah.
is asking, what made you decide to go to Canada versus another country?
Oh, okay. So Canada, I actually had no plans of coming to Canada. My plan was to go to the States because that's where my big sister is. So, but then my sister living in the States for all this time and all these years, she was like, I think Canada is a better choice for her to go and study because of the way they treat students there. The education system is really good. She'll be able to get in, and then the life there is also a bit easier. So she encouraged me to come to Canada. She showed me the light because yeah, Canada's been good, but
Okay.
compared to the States. So yeah, it was actually
Yeah.
my sister who encouraged me to come here,
Oh,
and when I got here, it's been amazing so far.
okay.
Mhm.
And you have another question from XP, and I said XP is the one that helped me make this beautiful thumbnail of yours.
Oh,
So you better be nice to him.
okay.
Mm. So he's asking if you intend to stay in Canada or relocate.
Oh yeah, that's a hard question, but I think I want to stay here. But the only thing is that slowing me down is the weather. So I might think of moving elsewhere. But if all goes well, Canada is really, really good. It's good with benefits. We have
Yeah.
healthcare.
I think
We
even
have,
the pay is good over
and then
there.
the job opportunities are good. And then, yeah, just it's close to the States. I'm not complaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so now I know you won't leave. You won't come to Colorado now that you're complaining about weather. I know you won't. You
I
won't.
can't
You won't
move
come
from
and
winter
settle
to
here. You
winter. I can't move from snow to
now,
snow. I have to
now
move
I'm
from
feeling
snow to sun.
bad. XP, why did you ask this question? I thought at one point you'd be like, sis, I'm coming over. Now you,
I'll come
if
visit
your
you
main
guys.
problem is weather, please don't come here
Weather
because
is
you'll be
actually
frustrated.
like a big problem because imagine you're in winter for like from like December to like for 4 months straight you're feeling cold. That means you can't go outside and like enjoy the sun. That means you're stuck indoors drinking coffee, watching TV. Like yeah, and yet when you're from a country like Uganda where the sun is out all the time. Today you have a wedding, tomorrow you have this. Yeah, after work we can do this. You go to work on time, no stress of the it's snowing on you. Here you have to think about the snow boots, man, you wear coat, like
Mhm.
yeah.
Someone is asking how long you've been here. All I know is almost 3 years. Is 3 years and a half
Since,
or what?
since September 2018. So
2018. Okay.
years and some months.
Okay, so guys, thank you again for watching and joining us. Please give the stream a thumbs up and continue to share. If you have any friends that you think would be interested in this, go ahead and share. So let's talk about your. I actually had, let me check my phone because I had these things written down, although I wanted it to be more of a conversation. So let me see here. Um, but do you have any regrets so far with your journey? Like, do you?
Regret.
Hmm.
Um, mm,
No
not
regrets.
not really any regrets. I'm actually grateful for this journey. I'm so thankful because if I hadn't come here, I don't know where I'd be. So I'm so grateful to my parents for giving me the opportunity, to God
Mhm.
for guiding me through this whole time. And Canada has some really great benefits. Like as a student, you can work, so it removes the pressure from your sponsors or anything like that. You can work and make the money to pay for your bills and stuff like that. So not like other countries. I don't think in China you can work and study at the same time. That becomes
Okay.
expensive. Yeah.
Someone is asking how much did you have to have on your financial statement? I believe it's part of the requirement. I don't know about that.
So your financial statement has to have enough to cover your school fees. So if your school fees is like 30,000 or 15,000, of your financial statement should have above that.
Okay. And when you say school fees, is that per year
That's
or a semester?
yeah, per year.
Per
Because
year.
when you're
And how
coming here,
many?
they
And how
want to
many
ask you.
semesters?
So, so 2 semesters.
Two. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Is it the
depending on
same as
what
in
you're studying.
Uganda?
Depending on what you're studying, is it the same?
Because we always had like 2 or 3 semesters, I think.
Oh no, it's not the same. Totally different. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I now I've found my questions.
Mm,
So I wanted to ask, what are the things you wished you knew before you relocated?
mm. That's a good question. Yeah, I wish I knew not to throw away some things because when I was coming, I was like, this one, I wanted it.
Oh, you're like me. So
Yeah,
and
so when I came here, I was like, oh my god, I need that top. Oh my god, I need the don't you? Yeah, so someone should have warned me about that. Then I was so worried about the cold that I packed so many scarves and so many. I was shopping, or like for scarves, and I'm like, why did I pack all these scarves? I don't need them.
you don't need them because the
Mm.
weather changes and you
I wish
have
I thought
nowhere
of
to
other
keep the
things, yeah.
others.
And then the distance. Like after a while, you notice that the distance is far. But thank God for phones. I don't have any regret.
Okay. And then another question is, what advice would you give to somebody that is planning to take up a journey like you did? from, of course, from Africa. I don't know about Europe. It could be
Mm,
different, but from a place like Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania,
okay.
West Africa. Hmm.
Yeah, so the advice I'd give them is there are so many opportunities to come to Canada that people don't know about. I also just figured out when I got here, like express entry, you can apply as a worker to come here in whatever field you're in. So you don't have to go through the whole process of studying, but studying is also a great way to come here. So if you're financially okay, please look at studying. It's a good way to come and get your documents here, but there are also other ways like express entry, which is forward and straight, and you can do it and come.
Okay. And regarding this, what would you say was your biggest challenge joining as a student? And then, of course, you have to change your status. And okay, I'm talking about the immigration stuff. Has it been easier
Okay.
on your end? And what advice would you give somebody that may want to come as a student? Or would you rather recommend something easier?
Um, as a coming here as a student or immigrant or whatever, it's not like an easy journey. It's a lot of waiting and documents involved are many, but it's a journey that's worth it. So yeah, me personally, it just depends on what stage you are in life. If you want to be a student, go for a student. If you want to
Okay.
work,
Come as
come
okay.
as a worker. Yeah, come as an immigrant.
Okay, those are really good questions, actually. And
Mm.
for somebody that is looking into doing that, for example, somebody that asked, that must be somebody that has been in the process, because I didn't know you had to have money on your account.
Oh
That's
yeah. A lot of people tell me here their friends didn't make it because of money. For Canada, one of their major things is you have to pay half the tuition before you come. So
Mhm,
that's a really difficult condition to fulfill.
mhm.
Yeah, you might have everything else, but that one, it's hard.
Antigone says hi.
Hello, Auntie.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining in and being a part of this conversation. Of course, we share our experience living, abroad, away from where we were born and raised, and we're just trying to adjust, readjust. Actually, I wouldn't say I have adjusted. I'm learning every day. There's something new.
Mm,
Every day there's something new, especially so many things to do with, for example, here. I don't know if it's the same in Canada, but everything here is electronic. Paying
yeah,
water bills, paying the house mortgage, paying for anything is electronic. So sometimes I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know if I would have known all these things, how to use a
yeah,
credit card, how to, like, I never have cash on me, for example. Like,
yeah.
never.
Me
The
too.
only time I have had cash on me is if somebody gives me cash. Like,
Mm,
sometimes on my birthday, some relatives of my husband would send me money. That is the only time I would have cash. Other than that, I've never gone to the ATM to withdraw cash. If you go to a salon, you swipe your card. If you go wherever, you swipe your. So that is also something new that I had to learn. I was like, okay, you don't need money in your purse. Maybe
yeah.
just a few dollars here and there, but you're
If
not
you
going to use it so much.
if
Actually,
you
at
have
the
access,
store,
mm,
there's a time I was at Macy's. You like my Macy's? I'll use that example. And I wanted to pay by cash, and
mm,
people found it strange because
yeah,
they
you
said, "Oh,
do.
you're going to pay with cash."
Yeah,
In Uganda, it's the
it's not common.
majorly it's the major way to
Mm.
pay.
Actually, for me, when I came here, I was like so afraid to just be swiping all the time. This day, I
Okay.
do have that fear, so I be counting my. I don't care if it's strange. I be counting my coins and
Uh,
cash that because it helps me understand my money more and helps me plan better like that.
Okay, and Leonard is saying, "Hi, sisters, you look good.
Hi,
Greetings from
Leonard.
Uganda. Hi, Leonard." Yeah, well, I've never seen my boss with cash. Yeah, so many of these countries are so cashless. You don't move with cash, and it's
Yeah.
crazy because I was used to having cash on me. Go to the ATM, withdraw the money, keep it in your pocket, but we never use it, and it's something I had to learn and
Adjust.
yeah, it's a new thing, and we never even pay water bills, electricity, whatever bills we have to pay. Just sit down and you pay. So me, I was used to, paying cash.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Brian Walker. Thank you for joining. So somebody's asking a very personal question, but you can answer or leave it. But XP is asking, have you dated a Canadian guy? What's your experience? If no, are you interested in them? Stuff like that. You
No, I haven't dated any.
Okay.
Mm.
But do you think they would like, would you, I think that's the question he asked, would you date them? Like, would you date a Canadian?
Actually, Canadian guys are very nice.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
I'd
wouldn't have a
definitely
problem.
advise my friends to date them. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, so I don't see any more questions. So we shall just continue. So so what would you say we can change in Uganda to make it the system? Because I know that most of the systems here
Mm-hmm.
fit like for convenience and stuff like that. Like for example, for me, I would say the convenience here is key. Luna, stop. The convenience is good. So I wish it was very convenient also back home where you don't have to go to a like if you got home late at around midnight, or maybe midnight is too late, maybe 10, and you don't want to cook. You have a place you can just call and they bring you food, stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I wish they would improve on that and people there's a lot of manual labor. You have to
But
cook,
you
you have to
labor
use
here, I
charcoal, you
swear,
have to
like
wash your clothes with your like you're all worried
just
about
having a maid,
chores.
you have to be extra rich. Like,
So chores become like a problem. And
yeah,
here, it's not
yeah.
a big deal. If you don't want to wash your utensils on the sink, it's okay. You just put them in the dishwasher.
Mm.
It's your bill that will tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes, if I had a kid, I'd really
Nuna,
want
come
some
sit
help.
here.
So I'd
Mm.
really want some help if I had a kid. So that's something I'd really want a change because it's so expensive to get a nanny or someone to help when you're working.
Mm.
Yeah. What else would I change? I'll change. What was the question? Something I'd
Yeah,
change.
like if you compare the two,
Oh,
living in
Uganda
Canada
and
and
here.
living in
I'd also
Uganda,
change in
like
Uganda.
yeah,
Education system, like that
education.
education system is so.
It's so, yeah. We were talking about that yesterday, and we were saying, why were we studying about Canadian prairies? Why were we studying about the
Practice
French
and what?
Revolution? Why don't we study
Remove
about
and
things that people relate to
mm-mm.
down the road?
Yeah, like
Local medicines. You
the
can use
experts
aloe
like the
vera to treat
nurses.
your hair. You can become a salon expert. We don't do that. And that, for
Mm,
me, actually, that is another topic of another day. But
mm,
I feel like if I had practical skills, I would be doing much better where I am. If I knew
mm,
how to do tailoring, if I knew how to do saloon things like work on hair, I would be doing amazing job. If I knew how to knit or how do
mm,
you call knitting. I think it's
knitting. Mm.
knitting. Stuff like that where you sit and make your own
Yeah,
stuff and you
something more
sell them.
practical. Yeah,
Yes,
something
a
more practical
skill.
because actually, what people don't realize here is practical. Practical jobs pay more than office jobs
Yes, of course.
sometimes,
Many
depending.
times.
So, practical involves your hands. You can be someone who a mechanic. You can be whatever you are, like whatever you can do with your hands. That's
Mhm.
physical, and that you get some money from that.
You do. Brian is asking, tell me about Uganda. I've never been there. So,
Oh,
so what can we say? What can we
first of all,
say?
Uganda is beautiful, beautiful, very friendly people, very, very friendly people, and also very lovely weather, lots of welcoming, great food. Yeah, I definitely encourage you to visit it. Mm.
Yeah, I would say the same. Unless you have a particular question, if you're asking about something particular, we can also answer that for you. But just to say the difference that I've seen, if you're from the US, for example, you're going to see so many of the live animals like chickens, like goats, like cows,
Walking
like all,
around,
yes, like all these
yeah.
live animals, all this live food, organic food. We don't have
My
more.
God.
Of
Ben,
course, we
I've
have
never seen
fast.
like animals just walking around here, by the way, like
No,
like a
like for
chicken,
example, my daughter has never seen a live chicken
goat.
or a live goat or a live cow. All we do is go to the supermarket or
You know what's
store.
interesting? What would make me laugh is at college on campus there'd be days when they bring animals just to like kill
Shopping.
stress and show off. Some of the animals they'll bring are goats, chickens,
Oh, cool. But at
like
least people would see them.
guys,
Some people don't
yeah,
have never seen
rabbits.
them.
Yeah, and people would be like, "Oh my god, wow, it has horns. Like, what animal is this? I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like I grew up with it. And also I think that's why people have this stereotype of Africa is like is a whole wildlife kind of community. People live with
Mm,
animals and these wild animals coming to their houses. So that's how they, that's what they perceive of Uganda or Africa. But I wouldn't blame them because it's what is shown on
it's
TV.
what it is, though. We live with animals,
Yes,
and animals kill. Now I noticed from here that animals actually kill stress. They
they do.
recommend them to people to like take their stress away and be their friends. So I noticed it's something we're blessed with back home. We have animals everywhere. We have chickens. We have goats walking around killing stress 24/7. So why not?
Yeah, actually, somebody actually said we look alike. I didn't know we look alike.
I get that a lot.
That
That I
that
look like you.
that's nice because somebody said you guys are like twins. I didn't show
We
that,
are.
but that
We
is
are. Our moms are sisters.
okay. So somebody saying, can you share your experience about the nightlife in Canada?
So the place where I live, okay, first of all, in Canada, all places, restaurants, whatever it is, they all close by 2 a.m. So that's something
The same here.
I had to adjust to, because places like back home, you can stay at your place at like a restaurant till like whatever time you want.
Mhm.
But over here, they all close by 2 a.m. So everyone is leave. So by the time you go downtown, everywhere is like cleared out. By 3 a.m., it's clear everything.
Mm.
So that's the nightlife. There's not much of nightlife over here, so nothing to look forward to. Maybe in like other places like Toronto, which is a much larger city, because I live like 2 hours away from Toronto. Yeah, there you can have a more enjoyable nightlife, but over here, no, not in my town.
Okay, looks
Yeah.
like the same here. We don't have so much of nightlife.
Mm,
Of course, it is there are bars and stuff like that, but unless you live in the city center, you're not
mm,
going to be going to those bars. Like what I've noticed, many people here actually do more of the indoors activities. If you want to
mm,
go drink or have a party, you're going to call your friends, 5, 10 people. They come to your house, you buy stuff. That is really common here. Then they hang around your house.
mm.
That's what many people do,
Yeah,
which is not
especially with
a
this COVID, now like people, that's what they just do all the time.
mhm.
Mm,
Yeah. And I also haven't experienced so much of nightlife here.
mm,
But I think we tried once. We went to a place, and of course, we left not so late. So I
mm,
wouldn't say I've experienced it so much.
mm.
Let me see what somebody else is saying. She says, I miss my home, Uganda, the food, being around people, weather, and many more. That is actually very true. We struggle with that. I struggle with that every day.
Yeah, me and Beth struggle with that. It's a
Uh,
conversation.
yeah. So let me see if I still have something else to ask. Ali challenges, blah blah blah. Where I used to go if she's okay. Wherever. Okay, so unless you have like anything in particular you would
Hi,
like to
Kiki.
share today, we can just now like answer a few questions here and there if people have.
Kiki, I see you.
How are you able
Someone who
to
asked
read
about.
comments?
Hmm? She's
I
one who
thought
asked
you.
about
I thought.
the.
I thought you were not able to actually what
Can go
read.
back and forth. Yeah.
How is Canada different from USA? Um, I don't know because she hasn't lived in US, so
I have
I don't know.
sisters in the US, so
Okay.
Canada, I believe, has better benefits by 100 miles. Okay, I don't know much about that in the US, but when it comes to immigrants, like they really take care of their immigrants over here. They try at least to take care of them and to take care of them somehow with the if you have a work permit, you can get a Ontario health card, which
Mhm,
helps with health, all that health business. And
mhm.
just the whole life of being an immigrant here isn't the worst, because most of the people here are immigrants. So it's not, I think it's not as bad as the States.
That's another whole conversation on
Sorry.
another day. And but
Mm.
so how is the health services over there, like medical insurance? How is it? Because that's the crazy thing that is a big mess here. It's a mess. You
Oh,
you
it's
like
a mess,
pay
right?
almost half your earnings to
Mm.
just these health insurance companies, and even still, of course, they don't cover you fully, so you
Really?
have to sometimes, if you have really bad incident or you're very sick, you'd have to top up. That's the crazy thing I don't understand about the difference between how it is in Canada versus the USA.
Mm-hmm. So for us, honestly, I have no complaints about the health system. When you get your work permit, actually, as a student, you have insurance. You have
Okay.
to be insured, and
Okay.
and the insurance basically covers almost everything. You can go get your teeth done, go get anything done.
Mm-hmm.
Then even when you start working, you get an
Hmm.
Ontario health card, which you can use to go to the hospital when you're feeling sick. So that's something
Oh,
that's really
that's
good
that's
over
good to
here.
know.
Yeah, it's
Here,
good.
health insurance is way too
I know
expensive.
that. That's so hard. I
It
feel so.
is like almost all your entire paycheck goes to health
Mm,
insurance, and you have to have a health insurance, because
mm,
if you don't, you cannot afford to pay out of pocket in any hospital.
no, that's actually not that.
Okay, so
Ah,
let me
that's
show.
nice.
There's another question. She says, "Hi Hilda. By the way, thank you for joining. That's my friend Hilda in Florida. If I'm wrong, remind me, correct me."
Mm.
Okay, she says, "Hi, lovely. Which documents does one must have to apply for work as an immigrant in Canada?"
Okay, so there's a list of documents. There are like 11 things, but mainly you need employment documents that you are employed in Uganda or something like that. Maybe a letter of employment, some pay stubs. Then you need your bank statements. You need, of course, your passport. You need something sure that you also have like maybe like a work like a land back home because they want to know you have ties back home.
Okay.
Yeah, that you're not coming to stay here. So
Mhm.
just show some ties back home. So maybe land. What documents? What other documents? I have a list of about
Yeah.
7 things.
And also it's usually better to actually go to use Google and type in
Yeah.
the website, and usually look at those documents and look at them, because we can tell you in the video like this,
Mm.
but we
Right.
cannot remember everything.
And the
But
thing is that things change. You have to be up to
yeah,
date,
over
especially with
time.
COVID. Now things they want have changed.
Hmm.
Mm.
So what are the things you have enjoyed and you feel like, yeah, I'm glad I came to Canada? What are those?
Ah, eh? Okay, so Canada, I've enjoyed meeting people from all over the world, and I've also enjoyed traveling. I've been to Niagara Falls, which I've always wanted to visit Niagara. It's like I
Nice.
think it's one of the wonders of the world. It's beautiful. It's
You're
beautiful.
my tourist sister. Hmm.
It's beautiful there. So I got to visit that place and some other places. Just
You
Canada's been good.
you recently went to visit something else. Well, what was that? Was
So
it was the mountains?
Vancouver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went for a short
You
trip.
said
Actually sponsored by the school. So yeah.
okay.
Mm.
Somebody XP is back and is asking, what's your favorite Canadian dish that you will start making at home?
So let me see. That's a good question. Maybe there's a way they cook their steak that I like. Also their pancakes with maple syrup and bacon and the sausages. Everything maple syrup is Canadians and I can cook that. So maybe I'll bring that.
Okay. And then Rhoda. I don't know if you remember Rhoda, by the way. But maybe she's asking. talking about of insurance, does the government add something for you? It's totally insurance companies that cover you.
Does the government add something? Oh, for insurance, for health insurance.
I think also she's talking about, yes, for health insurance.
So actually, if you have a job, the job will add for you. So you don't
Yeah.
have to do anything. Yeah, you just be if you want personal insurance though, like a larger coverage, then you can pay for it. But the basics are covered like with your health card.
Yeah, that's nice to
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody says she loved the falls.
Oh, you've been there, Esther. You've been there. They are beautiful. Hey, Beth, when are you coming to visit?
I will come. Just pray for me this COVID and also pray
Yeah,
for a financial muscle, of course,
I know.
because
If we pray for it, if we receive it,
it's
because you have to see
coming.
it with your eyes.
It's coming. So was it nice? Did you take pictures?
Oh my God, it's beautiful,
I
and
wish
it's
you
at
had.
night. There are lights. The lights
Wow.
change, and then they can sometimes there are fireworks. As in, it's
Wow.
honestly
I
the
wish
most
you had sent
beautiful.
me pictures. I would share so that our viewers can see and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and visit
I'll send. No worries.
next time.
Mm.
Okay, so let me see. Who is it? Okay. When are the openings? When are they opening the borders to the rest of the world?
Oh, so Canada is actually open right now.
Oh,
In
is it? I thought it was
Yeah,
still closed for some reason too.
no, it's open, but when you come here, you have to pay to enter, and
Okay.
it's a lot of money. Like for your hotel visit, the government put a restriction that you have to stay in a hotel for like 3 days, and that costs about $2,000.
Hmm.
So if you have the money, you can come in. That's why many people aren't coming right now. But yeah, they put that restriction. But the borders are open only to the states. They're not open. So students, workers, they can all come in at the moment. There is no problem with that. Oh wait, I
Oh.
can't hear you.
Yeah, I had
Oh,
muted because of Luna.
okay.
Okay, so you can Janet, let us go. So just keep tell us, just briefly tell
Hey,
us about
yeah.
briefly tell us about
Oh,
the things you have learned, for example, like the few
I
things you have
know.
learned of the people that are just joining, and give me just 1 minute, I'll be back, okay?
Okay.
Mhm.
Hi, Daph. How are you? I don't know when they'll open up the borders. It's so interesting. Neil, I see you. So, guys, yeah, I don't know where Lisa's gone, but here are a few things I can tell you about Canada for those who want to come. You'd have to share your financial statements. You'd have to, if it's for school, but if it's not for school, you're coming as a work, as someone who's coming express entry, you may not have to show as much on your financial statements. And I highly encourage you guys to come as express entry, like as an immigrant, because they sponsor that a lot. They're looking for people to come and work here, especially if you're in a practical field, like maybe you're a mechanic, maybe you know how to fix fridges, or you know how to do this and do that, and you're plumbing, just these practical jobs. They're always looking to hire welding. Um, they're always looking to hire people, so you can apply as that. And even PSW is a really good choice for those who want to come and do maybe something in the health field. It's a really good choice because they're always looking to bring people here to do that. And if you're maybe on the lower income side, maybe you just don't have that much money to come here, they're also always looking for people who can be nannies, caregivers for kids, anything. You can also apply as that, as a nanny, and you get someone sponsor you to come here. So there are so many options on what to do to come here. Hi, Janet. Let me say hi to everyone in the chat. Kajambo. Does express entry require the English test too? So guys, as Ugandans, we are so lucky because we study in English the whole time we study in English, like from primary till secondary and campus, we are studying English. So we don't have to do the test, the English test. But however, when you reach here and you're applying for your permanent residence, you do have to do the test. It's compulsory to do that English test. However, the test is, I haven't done it, but I think it's something we can pass because we study in English. So
What did you do? You went off.
I don't know what I touched.
Oh,
So I was like confused.
oh God. I think people thought we had gone. Sorry, guys.
What has happened? Yeah. Oh, I see some
Okay.
questions. I don't know if they've gone off, but
Yeah.
can you
Let me
share
see.
a website? Have you always landed on fake one? Eh? I've always landed on fake one.
Yeah,
Um,
she's scared.
so for websites, I have one major website. In fact, there's only one website you can go. That's canada.ca. That's the one with, as long as it has the Canada badge, that's used for any information. It has information about Uganda, about all countries. It has up-to-date information. So Canada.ca.
Okay.
Or if you want to apply as a nanny, it has all that information there.
Okay. There's another question. For how long were you gone? For a long time.
Sorry, I don't know. Not like for 3 minutes or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
I have my
It
phone
gave me
open.
time to go through the comment. So,
Okay.
does express entry require the English test too? I answered that. I said, no, we don't require an English test for express entry.
Then Janet is here saying Kajambo, Masi Kajambo, Kajambo. Hi Janet, hi Mugole.
Mugole.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think I answered all questions. How to apply?
Hilda, you can send me the web. You'll send it to my WhatsApp. I'll share it with Hilda. I think
Yeah.
and she's right. Even for so many fake websites, and you think you're on the right one.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
.ca has all the information you need. You don't need to go to any other website.
I'll share it with you, Hilda. And I think people thought we were gone because now I see 6 people I left when they were like 10 or 14. I think they were like, these ones are done.
Okay, that's a big one. Sorry, it's because the video cut. But
no, I know.
The information across. I see fun in the comments.
Okay. So let me see what she says here. Where to find that Canada CAs on Google or Play Store? On Google.
On Google and type in canada.ca, and it's it's a page. You'll be able to tell that this is the original website.
I could actually see if I can show it. I don't know why we have a feedback. Do you have your other YouTube open?
Let me see if I can add. I don't think I can.
No, I can type it here on the computer.
Yeah, just Canada.
You said Canada.co?
.ca. Is it Canada? Yeah. Yeah. Luna.
So is it that one?
Let me see.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
I don't see it, but
okay, so it must be that one because it says Canada.ca, the official website of the government of Canada. So if you're watching and you can see this, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How many dollars? Let me put her question. How many dollars do I need coming to Canada? Tilda. It depends on what visa you're coming on, first of all.
It depends on what visa you're coming for. If you're going to study, you're going to get an express entry. If you're it depends on all that. But on the Canada website, all that information.
Yeah.
No coins required.
Somebody's here, wants to say hi to people, I think. She's all over the place.
Does Canada have any fast food chains that are big to Canada? Yeah, of course they do, but I'm not sure. I don't think out like that crazy. I'm not so crazy about fast food, but I'm pretty sure they do. But I know KFC is here. KFC was my favorite, but the KFC
what? Now here, people don't like KFC. They think it's the trashiest of all.
Back home, that's one thing that also shocked me. Back home, KFC was amazing, spicy, all those things.
So if you have, if you have your other YouTube open, close it. That is why we are getting, that's why we have that echo, the feedback.
Oh, wait. If I have YouTube.
Yes, if it's open, I think that's where you're able to read the comments. You have the tab open. Is it open?
No,
it's not.
Open. Yeah.
Okay, and I closed mine, but we still have that echo. You can let us know if you have that feedback, you guys that are watching. So I want to see, yeah, there's still that echo.
It's working for over here, but I don't have
Mm.
anything else open.
Okay, you don't have it open. I think it will clear probably. Juluna, stop. Oh no. Okay, so I have even forgotten Kentucky Fried
Oh wait, let me
clones.
make sure that it's not open. Oh wait. Um yeah, it's off. It's closed. It's closed, so it's good.
As long as you don't have it open, it shouldn't be. Luna, what is it?
I think it's just that maybe.
Come.
Oh Luna, let her look at me to become happy. Luna, come to auntie. Luna, hi. Hi Luna. Say hi. Hello.
So yeah, so do you have anything else you want to tell people?
Oh,
Lun-
yeah. As I was saying, is left there are so many opportunities to come, even as a nanny, even um also there are another thing I wanted to mention, there are a lot of scholarships here. So if you're coming as a new student, for example, as an international student, there is an opportunity for it. Um like a gift for coming into the country. Like so I attended Fansha and last semester because we're among the high performing students who are able to, it was like a gift of an amount of money because we like added to our fees because we performed well. So there are those little scholarships, grants, whatever you want to call them, that you can get, that they can even like $5, which helps a lot with like maybe your tuition. I was able to actually get one of them when I had just because of good grades. So I was with the money I was able to pay my rent for about 2 months. Really helpful. So there are a lot of scholarship grants you can do to to yeah to come here. Inbox me. Hi Brenda. Liz is not here, but hi, how are you? Thank you for joining. Guys, if you have any more questions, please let me know. Yeah, citations. Oh, citations. Yeah, so as a student, there's what you have to adjust to. Um, Apart from learning how to use the computer and all that stuff, one thing I can say about Uganda is you'll be able to get away with a lot of things. For example, when you make a citation, you to copy from this one, copy from that one. Although it's getting strict now, so don't copy, but you pick this one's information, do that. Right over here, if you copy, if you dare have something that's similar to someone else's, what like what someone, if you copy anything from the internet, if you copy any site, and if you don't do that, you can fall into a lot of trouble. You can even get expelled. So when you have to work with that, you have to put in a lot of hard work when you're a student, and you also have a lot of citations and basically learn how the system is done and work in groups. If you're a student, you'll be able to work in groups. They'll put in a group of 5 or 4. That's actually how I was able to make some really good friends. And in those groups while we're working together, some people may not really follow the rules. It means all of you trouble. So you also have to learn how to communicate with others and tell them oh, let's not do this because it actually get us in trouble. This can actually just either way, they'll expel all of you. They won't just expel that one person because all of you had a hand. All of you will be in trouble. So yeah, that very, very serious about plagiarism. Yes, plagiarism, XP, citing the source and knowing all that information because you follow. Some people just come here and think they can just copy and paste everything, put it together. That won't work here. You have to be very careful.
I actually remember even in UCU in school they didn't like that.
Yeah.
They would give you 0 out of whatever because if they find it on the internet and you didn't
Yeah.
actually say, and we were not actually allowed to use the internet so much for this. That's what is funny. They don't encourage you. They encourage you to discuss with people, get your own raw information, not from the internet.
Yeah.
Um, some XP saying you'll also have members on the team who won't carry their weight.
XP is not a whole scenario. So actually something I dealt with a lot. Like personally, my journey in school wasn't that smooth because I was put in a group where some people didn't want to carry their weight. Others just felt intimidated that this black girl actually knows what she's doing, so they put me down. And somehow, like we just had to like push all that and actually focus on work. So when it came to dealing with don't carry their weight, me I straight up told them you're not carrying their weight and that's gonna be a problem for all of us. So you better start doing something before this goes somewhere else because I'm not going to compromise my grades because of you.
You go
Yeah,
bring your juice.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
Yeah. That can be tough. And how was it being a leader in the new school, new environment?
Being a leader was nice. That was actually one of the best happened to me
She
because I had to go through
someone
the whole.
someone is saying your sound is cutting out. I don't know. Is it still cutting out, XP?
It actually break.
Because me, I hear you. Okay.
I don't know if the network.
I don't know what happened because it began to be a bit fuzzy. But you can go ahead.
Yes. So, oh, what was the story? I forgot.
I was asking, how was it for you to be a leader in the new
Hi,
school?
Charlotte. Oh, so as a new leader, sorry. Uh, that was the best experience I honestly
Um,
went
so
through.
okay.
Mm. As a leader, I had to get nominated, and I didn't know anybody because I didn't was actually kind of still new. So I had to get people to actually vote me into to nominate like 70 votes to get nominated to actually stand for the post. Finding those 70 signatures was not a walk in a park. It was really difficult, but that if I get these 70 signatures in one day, like because I was left with one day in my nomination, to hand in my papers. If I get all these 70 signatures in Monday, that means this is for me to do. So I started walking around, asking people. People are studying. I asked, can you nominate me? Can you nominate me? Before I knew it, in like 2 hours, I'd gotten all the 70 votes. So I was actually able to move forward and hand in my application and the director had so many good things about it. So many good things.
Wait. So where you're reading comments, is that on my channel? Do you have
Uh,
that YouTube open? Because people are not getting you, like it's still breaking. That's
oh,
much better. Let me see.
hmm.
Is it
So
better?
the link you gave me, I mean, we can
It's
restart the video.
mm, I can remove you and put you back, eh? As long as you
Yeah,
have
that
YouTube.
would
not open. Just make sure the YouTube is not open. Okay. I don't know if that makes a difference. It's still
It's still
cracking. And
breaking.
okay, so you said you didn't find any challenges. It was easy for you to get the signatures.
Yeah, just because of God. It wasn't because of anything else.
Mm.
Because of God, honestly. Otherwise, it would have
Did you
been
have any benefits as being a leader?
talking to people about you being a leader is not something easy. They won't take you serious. Benefits, yes, there are benefits. Check.
That's
Help me to
good.
pay for some of my bills. So it was something I loved doing.
Okay,
And of
that's
course,
good.
speaking for people during our regime, we made a lot of changes to the school. So
Mhm.
it was the regime right before COVID. So we made a lot of changes. So I really wish that I wasn't
Okay,
actually doing this too.
the internet is baffling and baffling. So I think we shall soon end the live stream. If you have just joined, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and let us know what you think about today's topic. If you have any relatives or yourself, you've moved abroad and you have had some experience, let us know how it has gone for you. Actually, I think this is better. Try to talk and we see because I don't hear
Hello.
any. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
everyone, I think they say it's better.
Mm,
Okay, that's good. Luna.
yeah, that
So,
was
in
nice.
conclusion,
Mm.
what would you say your experience has been? And like, of course, I know we have said this before, but just to wrap up the video, what would you advise somebody that is wanting to come to Canada as a student or even as a visitor or as anyone else? Oh, and Auntie Kathy is saying hi.
Hello, Auntie. Uh,
Okay.
so my advice would be patient. Be patient with the process because the process can be long and straining and frustrating and draining, but be patient with the process. And if you really want to come, it will happen. Um, Another thing about when you're doing your process with Canada, they don't have an interview like the United States. So all the documents that you hand in, they should be explained. If you're missing a document, let's say, for example, okay, this can't happen, but you're missing your passport. Explain in a letter why your passport is missing, what happened to it exactly, like that. Like if you have to explain everything you give in when you're handing in your documents. So yeah, if you do that, because they don't have an interview, so when they're going through your documents, they want to, if they have a question, they should be able to answer it with everything that's in front of them.
Oh, so there's no interview, actual
There's no
interview.
interview, no,
So what
because
happens? You send your
so
documents and they say you
you
approved or
get,
you're not.
yeah, you get all your documents, right? The documents can be this big, and they should be like, everything should be in there. Put it in an envelope and send it to Tanzania because that's where the embassy is. So
Oh, so it is Tanzania, not Kenya.
no, it's Tanzania. Yeah,
Wow. In the most of the consular for the US embassy, like green card, or maybe you have won a DV lottery, or most of the fiancé visa, spouse visa, most of these visas, you go to Kenya.
yeah,
And that's where I had to go.
yeah.
So
No,
it's strange that you have to go to Tanzania. So you actually visited Tanzania. How was it?
no. So like I said,
Oh, you don't.
they
Oh,
don't
my
have
bad.
an
So you
interview,
don't
so I didn't
go.
have to go. Yeah, I didn't have to go. So
Okay.
that was so convenient because the whole process of traveling and going
Back
to
and
somewhere you don't
forth.
even know. No.
Yes. I thought it shows available jobs. I don't know what Pauline is saying. I have checked, but I thought it shows available jobs in Canada. It
It
doesn't show
does. You need time to learn how to navigate the
the
um
website.
the
Eh?
website. Yeah, it takes a while to learn how to navigate it, but with time you actually learn how to navigate it. It also took me a while, but it has all information you need, everything.
And do you know if they can hire you if you're not from the US and you're from like Uganda? Can
Yeah,
they
so
still hire you?
yeah, so that's the express entry I was talking about.
Oh, and what do you have to have?
You have to show that you've worked in that field for I think 2 years. You have to show that you have experience in that field. You have experience that you've worked there, you employed probably, and that you want to come. So maybe you have a little bit of money on your account to sustain you the few months when you're here.
Oh, okay, so it's similar to a
Yeah.
visitor's visa to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because even for a visitor's visa, you must show that you're able to take care of yourself when you arrive to the destination.
Yeah. And if you
Yeah,
have a sponsor, the better, because
a
the sponsor
sponsor.
can take care of you.
Like a job, eh? Luna, that's
Like
enough.
a job, like a cousin.
Okay,
Mm.
good to know. Balange Jessica, how are you? Our Mugole. She's saying Kachambo to Luna. Luna is here making
Oh,
my life hard. Come take
hi,
her. Come take her.
Janet.
Luna, say hi, Auntie Janet.
Hi, little
I'm here
sister.
eating peanut butter.
Janet, remember when Luna was in the tummy? That's so
I know. And when you guys visited to carry her for the first time, she was so like an egg.
baby.
I know. Janet, we are waiting on the little you mini Janet. She
Eh?
will she will talk before she comes out of the tummy.
That's so
Hi
funny.
guys, welcome for joining us. So if you have any questions, drop them down below. We are almost finishing the live, but we
Yeah.
want to answer all your questions. Today is the day. You have any questions about the US? Of course, my experience. I don't know much about so many other things. Just from my experience, we can share with you guys and
Mm,
give you some light here and there.
mm.
Actually, I didn't ask you. What are those things that you don't like about Canada? That is very important.
Okay,
Not,
apart from the
not,
weather,
yes.
I don't like the way it's. Okay, the place where I live, I don't really like the way it's built. They're just only buildings, nothing fancy to see. And then it's not an interesting place. Like there's not many places to travel. There are
That's
just a few.
enough, Luna. That's enough.
Mm,
So
yeah,
just not having sceneries.
yeah. And then there are very, 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 very few Ugandans here. So that can be an advantage and disadvantage at the same
I
time.
think to me, yeah, I would love to also have. I actually don't care if it's really Ugandans,
Yeah,
but if I have like a black community, even if
yeah,
it's like West Africans, even if it's
yeah.
anyone,
Oh,
just who
us,
can
we have a
relate to me.
big, big community here of Africans. When it comes to that, we are many. We are many, especially West Africans. There are enough
No, that's
East
enough. I'm not
Africans
giving
too.
you more.
Mm.
Somebody is asking, Jessica is asking, how easy is it to navigate through Canada and the US and vice versa? It's actually easy.
It's very easy because they're like sister countries. So
It's
actually, if I apply for a US visa right now, they'll be able to give me up to 10 years.
I know, like it's pretty, yeah, it's really close. I actually have a friend of mine. She joined us earlier on the chat, but I don't know if she's still watching. But she's from Denmark, so she's moving to another area called Greenland, which is
Mm,
closer to Canada. So
yeah,
she was saying, "Oh, now I'm closer to you." So
yeah.
anytime I apply for the visa, I hope they give me. No candies. Go eat your other snacks.
Look at this. Hmm.
Yeah, so that's it. We have no more questions from people. So
Yeah.
did you let me check through if maybe there's anything we missed. We can answer that before we close.
Okay.
Let me see here. And so how about let's talk about your skin. Did the weather have any impact towards your skin? Like
Uh,
your health, I will say.
oh, my health and my skin, honestly. Thank God, it didn't really have that much effect. But people who have
Oh.
like maybe sinuses, who are allergic to the cold, you might have some issues. And then also, I have a friend.
Janet, don't come. Janet, don't come.
My friend, she suffers from, I think, extreme dry skin condition. I don't know what that is, but her skin would get so dry and flaky. So I'd encourage her to you know, always moisturize. But me, when I was coming here, I actually went and bought these big bottles of shea butter. So I just pour my whole body in shea butter all day. So I was always moisturized. So that helped me a lot with the weather.
Okay.
And when it came to health, I didn't really have any issues, honestly. I'd fall sick here and there, but not anything serious.
Okay. Now for me, the weather. Actually want to make a video about things I don't like about living in US. I will make it. That will be my video today. Now that we have talked about these things, it reminds me. So for me, my skin gets super dry. Do you know dry of like ashy dry?
Now,
And
that's what
when
I
I
was talking about.
just come, I didn't know that you had to moisturize your full body. Me, I wasn't used to that. I would always moisturize my face, of course, and maybe my arms, and I'm off to go. If you're going to put on pants, you don't even need to moisturize your legs. I learned the hard way. Like if you remove like your if you check your arm like this, it would be so ashy. I felt so like there's a time we would go to a shopping center and I look at my legs and I'm like, what is going on? It's
I
like so
know.
pale and ashy, and it's not a good thing. So
A
I
good thing.
realized that my whole body was drying out because of the weather, especially in winter. It gets so dry that even at night when you sleep, you wake up when your nose hurts a little bit from
Yeah,
breathing in really dry air. So
that's
we actually
yeah.
had to buy humidifier
Like,
for the bedrooms because I couldn't handle. Yeah, so that's my one of my major challenges is your body dries out because of there's no humidity. There's no humidity in the air. And I remember also like when we would go for trips, like every now and again, I would get a headache. Like if I walk around so much, even now when I take a walk, I'm tired. So I'm like already tired, even just walking a small distance. And I feel like it's from the air being really dry that it makes your body not function properly. Maybe especially now that I'm not used to that very weather.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody's asking, have you ever been with a local black culture outside of the continent? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
Have you been with a local black culture outside of the continent? Um,
What do
oh,
you
maybe they mean like the black community, like in Canada,
the black
outside.
community in Canada, like
Maybe,
African Canadians?
maybe that's what he means. If
Yeah, I've met a few African Canadians. Very nice people.
hmm. Yeah, then somebody says cocoa is good for the skin, and I bought those, and you know what? They freeze.
Even shea butter, it also freezes. But if you want to stay moisturized, you real rub and you
Now
that
I
would
don't
be
I don't
good.
even use it now. I use regular lotion, but I have a huge big thing of shea butter and it freezes. So I'm like, now I don't want to go through the same
The
thing.
struggle.
And this one is bombarding us with questions. Jessica, I know you don't want us to end the live stream.
I
She's asking,
swear.
what's the cost of living in Canada?
Actually, Canada's cost of living is really high, but you can get a job that can sustain your cost of living. But yeah, the cost of living is high, so for rent you'll be paying, I don't know, but you need some money. You need a job.
You need a job. That
Yeah.
is the same for most of these Western countries. That's another difference. Like you can't survive, and you don't have, since it's not more of a community type of thing where you're looking out for your neighbor, like it is in Uganda. Oh, my neighbor has no job, they has no food. I'm going to share with them. Oh, I'm going to help them house them for a 1 week. Oh, my cousin fell sick. Let me go to the hospital, spend a night. Since it's not that type of thing, then you have to be on your own. So actually, that brings me to another question. Have you what have you learned from your being really independent and not relying on, of course, back home we have our parents, we have our sisters, we have aunties. You're like treated like a baby from the time you get married, of course, and you leave home. So how was it for you?
I came here and I had like I had to start paying bills. I had never really paid such heavy bills in my life. So I was bombarded with bills. I was like I had to I had to adult and become an adult really, really quickly in a couple of months. So else I wouldn't have anywhere to live, anywhere to stay. And I didn't want to put that pressure on my parents or pay for me
Of
this, pay
course.
for me that. I mean, they've already given me this big opportunity to come here.
Yes, I
Let
know.
me force them out. So the first thing I did was find a simple job, something that could that I could do
Sustain
at
you.
that point that I don't need to have studied for whatever. I did that, and then with time I got a job in Walmart, and then with time I got a job. My other opportunities started coming around.
And you know something else I've noticed, like you can't live without a job here.
Mm,
You
that's
can't. You
what I
just have to
know.
work. Whether you're a student, whether you're a mother, or you're a pregnant
Yeah,
mom, you just have to kind of work. Unless, of
yeah.
course, your partner or your parents have really good income coming in.
Which
But
a
there's
lot of students here they do. Their parents have like a lot of money, so they don't have to work. But me, I know my situation. I have to put in, the work. But one thing about Canada is they let you work. There are countries where they don't allow you to work, so that
Mm.
financial burden is really raised.
do they
That
do they restrict you on the hours you have to work per
yes,
day?
they restrict us up 20 hours, which is half time, which is very okay while you're studying because that's with those 20 hours you're able to pay for like groceries and some other things.
Okay. I wanted
Yeah.
to show this and it's not showing. I don't know why. But she's asking, is it so it's almost not possible to study without working? It's, yeah, especially if you don't have another third party helping you out,
If
it's
you have
almost
sponsors,
impossible.
you can study alone, trust me. But
Yeah.
if you don't have a sponsor,
I don't
then
know why my thing is
uh,
not working.
the other thing is that you can also like the workplaces that there are some jobs that are specifically for students. So even like during exam period, they'll tell you take time off and like they'll be lenient because you're a student. So you can try and do that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Like food is expensive, restaurants, movies, etc. Now this one is looking at
Social life.
Janet with social life. Social life is affordable. It's not too
I
bad.
mean,
We're just
social life
looking
is
at
a
major bills. Look at,
social life is a want. So if
yes.
you have extra money, extra coins to pay for your social life and live your
Why
best life,
not? Why
why
not
not,
go
honey?
and have fun and shop? I know you like shopping, Mercy. I know you
Actually,
have shopped even extra. Actually, I wish you were my neighbor. I would come and just shop from your house, from your closet, because
yeah,
I know you
I
love
actually
clothes.
these days I learned that shopping is not my friend. So I just
My birthday is coming up, and I'm writing down what I want, and I'm
oh,
like,
when is your birthday? Tell the viewers.
April 1st, April.
That's like this week.
Yeah, on Thursday. So I'm writing down what
Oh,
I need, and I'm like,
please
Oba
wish
will I?
Greta happy birthday,
I'm
guys.
like, I'm like, at
Birthday.
least this time I will go and shop in peace because
Mm,
this shopping,
mm,
which we do so much.
mm,
Sometimes you have to save, but then of course it's my day, so I want to go out and do all these things I want to do. Of course, I've already bought a few things I want for my birthday for me,
mm.
but then I want more.
Yeah.
So let me see. Let me see if there's any questions. I think people are done with asking. So
Guys, wish
let.
Greta happy. So it's okay. Wish Greta happy birthday.
My birthday is coming. I'll do a live stream. Of course, I'll be off. It will be my
Mm,
next day off. Today was my day off, so my next day off is Thursday. So I
mm.
will wake up and do a live stream for like I don't know how long.
Hey, okay.
Maybe for
I'll
like
be
two
here to
hours.
wish you happy birthday. Hmm.
Yes, I think I'll make like a meal. Maybe I will bake. I don't know what I'll do in the kitchen, but I could go
Ooh.
live in my kitchen and
Mm.
cook with me or
Yeah, it would be
something.
nice to make a birthday cake. Luna would love that. Like, mommy, happy birthday.
Hmm. And now she knows. She wants her balloons, whatever.
Madam wants balloons, honey. Just bring for her half gift.
Hilda is saying that's why you moved to Florida. Was was Canada expensive? Were you in Canada
Oh, that's why
before?
I moved to Canada is really, really, really expensive. The taxes are high. That's why we
Mm,
can get some free, not free, but affordable healthcare.
mm. And by the way, how is the COVID situation now?
So right now the COVID, as we were in lockdown from May till like the whole until like this year, we're in lockdown for like a whole year. But right now, the COVID situation has kind of loosened. People are not so strict about things now. Places have opened up. We can go to restaurants, but only here in my city. Other cities have different policies.
Of different policies, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so what do you
What about
miss
you
back
guys? Is it
home?
open?
Yeah, it's really been much better than it was, of course,
Mm,
but we still get cases every now and again. And about 2 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, we lost a neighbor, which
mm,
was so sad. It was a very nice
oh,
guy. He liked Luna. Every time we went on a walk, he would come out and say hi to us. You know, that's a big deal here, for somebody to really have your time and say hi.
mm,
So one day when we learned that he passed on, that was sad, from COVID. So he had a situation, he was already compromised health wise. So when he got COVID, he
underlying
actually,
sickness.
yeah, and he caught it from the hospital, which was really sad. Um,
What? Oh
yeah.
no, that's so sad. Sorry, may he rest in peace.
Yeah. So, but yeah, but otherwise, yeah, that's other than that, I don't know anyone that has got COVID from my circles.
We thank God.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
we
was
praise
going to
God.
ask you that what do you miss from home?
I miss just family. That's what I miss. I miss the whole
I know
process,
the
seeing
pampering. I know what
people,
you mean.
pampering, taking big food, everything. Like having people around that community. I miss my parents. I miss my sisters. I miss my family. All of us.
I
So that's
know.
what I miss going to the village and coming back. Those things.
I know. Actually, yesterday I was thinking if I go home, oh my gosh, I will go to the village. Like I'm planning. I have this big dream. It's like you're a baby. You're just planning. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I will do. I will go to the
No.
villages. I actually want to do village videos, like life of a village girl in Kanungu, stuff like that. Like show people, that show the
Yeah.
animals, show the valleys,
Another
the
thing.
water bodies, and all these things I don't see here.
Another thing I really, really miss is functions, attending weddings,
I
attending.
tell
I
you.
just be having FOMO when I see those things happening. My who has given birth, my this one is married. Like now, last year I missed my sister's wedding. I was so heartbroken. I'm like, this life is too hard. But yeah, I miss that too.
Yeah, so yeah, I miss that too, but it's not too bad and it doesn't go away. But every now and again, you work towards achieving that, going back home, and of course, it gives you
Mhm.
motivation to work harder, look for the money because
Yeah.
Canada and US, a million miles away from home. At
Mm,
least people in Europe, like UK, wherever, those ones are closer and their ticket will
mm,
be very
cheaper.
friendly.
Mm,
So, so being very far away like this, yeah, I don't know when I'll go. I'm planning because this whole year to me is like dead already. It's like
it's
because
dead.
there's still
Just
so
the mid of
many.
the
I know, but then there's still so many restrictions. Recently, I saw somebody that was refused to board because of her. She had no visa, e-visa. Going to Uganda, she's Ugandan. I was like, what is all this nonsense? I will wait for next year
what
because
happened?
so these days some airlines will require you to have an e-visa. Before you could fly back home and you pay at entry. You pay the visa fees at Entebbe. As yes. So this time she goes to the airport to check in, and the airline said, no, you don't have an e-visa, so you're not going. And so they had to mess up her journey and stuff like that, so she didn't board. So I'm
Oh my
like, this
God.
COVID has brought so many restrictions, and even the COVID testing, have you done it? It's like so much horrible. I'm like, people have said it's not the best experience. I'm like, okay, I'll wait.
I went with a friend to do it, and she was actually in the chat, Kiki, and she was like, it's not so bad, it's okay, it's not so bad. I was like, okay. It looks bad.
It does, and I don't know, it looks uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do you have vaccines there already?
Yeah, health workers are taking vaccines, and I'm
Teachers
not sure at
and
this
all these
point where I
public
can take
workers.
it,
Okay.
but yeah,
I
people
think
are
it's the
taking it.
same as here.
Ah, So now you need e-visas. I didn't even know this actually.
Yeah, somebody just posted recently. Well, it depends from which airline.
Mm,
Some
okay.
airlines are nicer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it. So, guys, what has been your experience? I see Mercy
Someone
Daniels.
asked, yeah, she's asking, is healthcare free in Canada? It's free, but you pay through taxes. But you can also add on so that you're covered for extra things. So
Okay, if you want
it's
to cover
free.
for extra stuff,
Mm,
but like
yeah.
emergencies are all covered and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really good. I don't care how much expensive the taxes will be, as long as you know you're covered.
Taxes
Banange.
will break you, honey.
I'm
Taxes
telling
break
you, US is bad. It is bad with
you.
healthcare. It is so
Mm,
expensive. Mm.
mm,
But of course, you have to live by the rules. There's nothing you can
mm.
do. But I
Yeah.
feel like most of the money of every regular person goes to health insurance,
Mm,
because if you don't, then you're going to lose your car, you're going to lose your house, you're going to lose I mean, just imagine something happens and you're so sick and you can't work, and you don't have this insurance. So you're going to start selling your properties, you're going to start selling your car, you're going to start selling your house. I've heard of people that had to lose their houses because they're paying off a debt in the hospital by the health insurance people. So it's like they milk you to almost have nothing.
mm,
Yeah, just imagine working 60 years and you're still not guaranteed
mm-hmm.
free health insurance, because I would imagine,
Crazy.
yeah, like after you've worked for all that time, they've been collecting your money from your paycheck every month. At least
Mm,
they would say, you've been giving us money for 10 years, let us give you this
mm.
free uh this free what? Health insurance to cover you. Nice hearing from you.
Hi, Erina. Thank you for commenting. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So
Erina is
yeah.
also abroad, by the way. I'm not sure which country, but I'm pretty sure she's abroad too.
Okay, that's why she can relate to our stories.
Yeah, she's relating properly.
And yeah, so actually I'm happy also. Thank you guys for making my dream come true. I recently achieved my 1K subscribers. Actually now I'm at 1060. I
Everybody
can't
should take a moment of silence to go and subscribe. And
actually I can't believe people right now I'm at 1060. So every day randomly people just subscribe. Let me share actually my link. So if
mm,
somebody's watching and wants to subscribe, they can go
so
ahead
proud
and
of
do
you.
that.
Mm.
Because I was so happy.
It's an achievement, honestly. In
It
how many
is
months?
4 months.
Wow.
So now I'm
It's due to
looking
hard
at
work. It's due to your hard work and consistency. That's why.
okay.
You should put your link and
I
everyone should
have.
go follow. Janet says, I miss singing along with you to our favorite songs. I know. Me too, I miss that. But don't worry, girl. I'll be home soon and we'll catch up. We'll start from where we stopped. Yeah.
Okay, so I just posted the link. So if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, especially Mercy's friends that came from Mercy, you could go
Oh,
ahead and join
yes,
the
yes.
Mighty family so that whenever we upload videos like these, you come and
Yeah.
join us. I want to talk to Mike and see if he can join me on the next live like this so that he can tell us how it was for him in Uganda. We always talk
Yeah,
we
true,
always
true.
we
That
always
would
talk
be
about life in America, but he hasn't told us how it was for him when he was in Uganda. So I hope
true.
he can
Yeah.
do it for me on my birthday. So we shall.
Ooh, that's a good one, and it will be fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jessica, Janet, how are you? How are you? How are you? How
They
is
are
everyone?
connecting like crazy, crazy. I miss my sister.
I know.
Mm.
Don't you? I do too.
Yeah, we're waiting for 1 year anniversary party.
I know. And I told her she has a room down in our basement.
Oh,
Anytime she wants to
she's
come, you
welcome.
are
Eh? Mm.
welcome, even if it's like for a year. I miss people.
I know. Mm-hmm. So
Okay, maybe we
interesting.
should kind of conclude so that you can go prepare your lunch.
Yeah, it was
Then
so nice being here talking to you. It was really nice.
I
Thanks
know.
for inviting me.
Mhm.
Everyone who came through, thank you for supporting us in the chat. Please subscribe to Beth's channel. It's so interesting. She has so many
Meanwhile,
amazing
now I'm
videos.
Liz. Bambi, stop calling me Beth. Nobody knows Beth.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I grew up saying Beth. I mean, the whole name is Elizabeth, so we decide what we want to cut, what we want to leave out, what we want to put in.
By the way,
Yeah,
that Beth thing, the thing I didn't like about it was some people would call me Bess. So I was like, okay.
I say it in a classy way, so you can just.
Then I said, okay, why don't just people call me Liz? So when I went to school in high school in senior one, I told people, like, of course, people will ask, what's your name? So I began telling them, my name is Liz, so that they don't go and shorten it into Beth and start calling me Bess. So I said,
I also went through the same thing, also being called Master. Everyone,
Mercy.
Master, Master. I'm like, stop. But I mean, you just have to love it.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
everyone subscribe to Roll with Liz.
Yeah, roll with Bess. That's so funny. I'm glad people joined
Bestie.
in and they joined in our funny chat today and they've had fun. I've also had so much fun interviewing you. I think this was one of my best, just laughing out and sharing our experience
Yeah,
here and there.
yeah, that's
Nothing
fine. My cheeks
serious
are hurting actually from this
from
smile.
laughing. Luna, come say hi to the viewers.
Our celeb. Hi.
How viewers?
Hi,
Hi,
viewers.
people.
Hi, people.
You can say
Hi.
hi. Say bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, cutie.
Remember to subscribe
Bye, Luna.
Subscribe.
to Mom's channel,
I know.
and we'll see you.
That's what I do.
Say something nice. Say hello, people.
Bye, people.
Bye. She's so
Hi,
cute.
Auntie.
That's Auntie Mercy.
Hi, Auntie Mercy.
Say
Hi,
how
And
Luna.
you.
we love
I'm
you.
fine. Say that I'm your favorite auntie.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My
My
name
name.
is this.
What's your name?
What's your name?
No,
My
what?
name is Mercy.
My name is
What's your name?
Luna.
Luna.
What's your name?
My name is
Hey,
Mercy.
say bye bye.
Bye
We
bye.
love you guys.
I love you guys.
Ah, we love you.
I love you.
So
We love
subscribe.
you more.
Bye.
It's so adorable.
Okay, so she said bye. So we're going to
Sure.
end the live stream. Thank you guys for joining us. We love you so much. Mwah!
Thank you. We miss you. Bye.
Bye bye.